Creating a Costinator. A Costinator is used to compare your ideal or theoretical costs to your actual costs, how much you spent on the food and drink you sold versus what you should have spent. Using Costinators can truly change your business, help you understand waste, which items are the most profitable for you, and why your costs are what they are. To use this function, you must first have your recipes complete, and you need to have some method of tracking item sales or a product mix. Many restaurants will use their POS system to track item sales and product mix. You also may have a starting and ending inventory which you created with Chefsheet, which will make your Costinator more accurate. It is also helpful to know your actual purchases by category, how much food, how much liquor, how much beer you purchased during the period. If you use an accounting program like QuickBooks, you should have tracking of all your purchases by category. You may also wish to calculate these numbers from your invoices or vendor statements. To create a Costinator, start by clicking here. A tour of this screen. Active Costinators will show up in reports. The archive is to keep this screen clean so that you don't have too many different Costinators and you can keep a history of your older Costinator. Access the archive here. You can edit or work on an existing Costinator by clicking either the pen image or the Costinator text itself, and you can delete a Costinator by clicking the X. To start a new Costinator, click the yellow button. First we name the Costinator. Now we choose the sales categories that we wish to include in the Costinator. Note that these are the categories of the recipes you've created. When I select the food category, as I will do in this case, and no others, I will see all of the recipes that I've assigned to the category of food. Now I see my Costinator. First, I select my starting inventory. Now, all of the categories contained in the inventory are shown to me. I can exclude or exclude any category from the Costinator by clicking the select box next to the category. The categories here are inventory categories. In order for them to work with my recipes, I have to merge them with my recipe categories. To do this, consider what recipes these categories are used in when they're sold to the guests. For me, all of the categories I've chosen are all sold as food. Here I see my first inventory adjustment. Now this is the entire food inventory from July end of month without the remaining inventory from August end of month, which I will now add. I'm going to do the same process, choose which categories I want to include and exclude, and which sales categories these inventory categories are sold as. Now remember, any category in Chefsheet can be used for anything. If you are using food, for example, as an inventory category, you can use that and merge it together with food. Now we have a starting and an ending inventory. This is telling us that we consumed $189 in inventory during our period. Now I'm going to enter the number of English muffins with butter that we sold in this month, as I learned from my product mix report from my POS system. It was a pretty busy month for us, and we sold 1,000 English muffins. Notice what information we see here. Our plate cost based on the ingredients in the most current inventories for the English muffin with butter is 34 cents. Our menu price, also from our recipe editor, is $4. That means that we have an 8.5% food cost now on our English muffin with butter. For each English muffin with butter we sell, we make $3.66. As we just entered, we sold 1,000 in the last period. At $4 a muffin, that means a sale of $4,000. It cost us $340 to make those 1,000 muffins, and we had a gross profit of $3,660. Now for the summary, which includes all of our food items, in this case just the English muffin with butter, now we haven't entered our purchases yet, so our actual cost is just the inventory adjustment. Now I just asked my bookkeeper, and I was told that we spent $200 in food in the last period. Now we see that our actual cost was $389. Our ideal cost was $340. We should have had a food cost of 8.5%, and our actual food cost was 9.72. Now, if our budgeted food cost was 8.5%, we would know that our issue in reaching budget was not in the cost of preparing our English muffin with butter, it was rather in waste. Now, in the reports tutorial, we saw that there was a report for the Costinator. Here you select the Costinator that you're interested in, and we'll get a report showing the information from the Costinator.